Hey guys, this is Sarah Zastro from Cultivate Balance. Today we are talking about 5 shifts to turn your afternoon walk into an oasis for stress relief. Seems kind of dramatic, but I don't know about you, I need an oasis right now, okay? So with this whole pandemic, with the murder hornets, with everything that's going on, I have been using my afternoon walk as a way to stress relief, as a way to decompress, as a way to forget the crap of life and mix it with some peace, some nature, some exercise for me, which we all know lowers our cortisol and adrenaline levels and helps us to find peace and purpose in our lives. So these are 5 shifts to make. First is sort of a mindset shift. So ditch the exercise is punishment limiting belief. In kind of life, we were taught 2 schools of thought that may be kind of limiting you today. Number 1 is that exercise is punishment. When we were in gym class or when we perform badly in sports, the coach or the teacher said, hey, take a lap. Do 10 push-ups, do some sort of physical activity as a punishment, okay? If we were too talkative, if we were misbehaving, if we moved too much, they'd say, hey, do a lap. Hey, do some push-ups. Hey, go run the bleachers. Do something physical. And in our mind, in our little kid brains, that turned into exercise is a punishment for misbehavior. And that simply is not true. We need to get over that limiting belief so that we can start to like exercise. If you hate exercise, it might be because you had always thought it was a punishment. Number 2, a little later in life, we learned that exercise was a punishment for eating the pie or the cupcake or 10 cookies or whatever it was. Exercise is not a punishment, and if we can get rid of that mindset block, then it will be a lot easier to exercise when we want to and enjoy exercise along the way. Exercise is not a punishment. It's a celebration of what our body can do. And the sooner we latch onto that belief, the more likely we are to enjoy exercise. Imagine it, enjoying exercise. I know. Number 2 is when you are walking away. So I walk from my house down the road and back, okay? Sometimes I go around the block. It doesn't matter what it is, but when you are walking away, imagine leaving all the stress and the drama and the emotion, leave it away. Okay, just let it go. Walk away from it. Now, this is sort of a visualization, right? We have to imagine it in our minds, but this is one of the most powerful ways to let go of our stress and fear. Another thing that I find helpful is to shake your hands as if there's no paper towels in the restroom, okay? So you shake off the stress, shake off the fear, shake off any hopelessness that you have surrounding this pandemic, the emotion, the drama, whatever you need to get rid of. The physical action of shaking it off, of pushing it away really helps, okay? If you've never done a visualization before, there's kind of a trick to it, okay? When we do something new, our brain forms a new pathway. And just like if you were creating a new pathway walking through the woods, the first time you do it, it's kind of awkward. There's sticks in the way. You're not sure if you're going the right way. It's weird. It doesn't feel right. Right? However, after you take the same pathway 20 or 30 times, that path becomes well traveled. It's nice. It's natural. We begin to like it, right? And so doing something new creates that new pathway. After we do it 10 or 20 times, it will become more natural. We'll get better at it. We'll get more comfortable with it. And so that it really sticks. These visualizations are kind of like that. But if you can get good at it, I promise you, it is one of the most powerful things to take yourself to a state of peace and calm. So visualize you flicking away any stress or worry or fear or anything you don't want to take with you on the walk, okay? It is amazing. Shift number 3 is to look up at the sky and remind yourself that this year, this pandemic, this situation, this stressor, homeschooling your kids, this financial crisis is just one tiny piece in the whole grand puzzle of life, right? If we had average life expectancy is what, 70 whatever years? If we had a string that was 72 inches long, this is 1 inch on that string. This is one tiny section. We are one tiny piece in the grand scheme of life. Will it matter in the end? Absolutely. But we can get through this. We can do this. And if you can have a reminder or a way to anchor yourself, it's the best way to sort of set yourself up for remembering to step back, to reframe, and to regroup. Okay, so what I do is I look up at the sky because the sky is huge. It's so vast, and I'm reminded of how small I am in comparison to everything else. And that is the goal, to help take a step back and to regroup. So look up at the sky, remind yourself of how small you are. The other thing is that I start off with a prayer or a little meditation to keep in mind what I want to accomplish on this walk. So I want to accomplish stress relief and relaxation and a little bit of exercise, moving my body, but primarily my goal for my afternoon walk is peace. Because I need opportunities to inject peace into my day, and this is the healthiest way that I have learned to do that, right? So if we can start off with that intention, it helps to really lock it in, okay? And then anytime we have a thought or something that goes against that intention, it's easy to flick it off, right? Because we've already done that and we're getting good at it, okay? Number 5 is to choose something to notice, okay? Now, we live out in the country, so what I like to notice are like little creatures, right? So maybe it's a squirrel or a chipmunk or a muskrat or a turtle, right? We have a huge ditch by us and there's turtles in there all the time. Maybe you choose to focus on the birds. Maybe you choose to focus on the little kids in your neighborhood. Maybe you choose to focus on all the hearts on the windows. A lot of people are doing that right now for the World of Hearts campaign, and it's good to choose something to notice because it's really easy to let our mind wander and we get away from that intention. If we choose something to focus on, something to notice, it helps us to remember that peace is the goal for this afternoon walk. Now, your afternoon walk doesn't have to be peace. Your afternoon walk can be the purpose for exercise, can be whatever you want it to be. You can have multiple purposes, right? For me, I need peace in my day. I need a break in the afternoon that separates all the stuff that's going on in the world with all the stuff that's going on in my life, with business and finances and all the things that are going right now. I need a break from that. I need peace in my day. And so I choose to use my afternoon to fill up with peace. Okay, but you have to choose it. When we set our mind to something, our brain looks for information to confirm what we already think is true. It's called confirmation bias. It's a phenomenon that can either work against you or work for you. Okay, so for instance, if we choose peace, our brain will filter in information that helps us reaffirm that this walk is bringing us peace, okay? So it searches for the pretty sunset, and it searches for the birds, and it searches for the turtles in the ditch, and it searches for all the good things that bring me peace, okay? Now, on the contrary, if you believe something is negative, your brain will filter in the information to confirm that negative thought. Right? So what we have to do is choose the positive thing. Make a conscious effort to choose to inject peace or joy or hope or whatever you need into your everyday routine. So this is 5 shifts to make your afternoon walk an oasis of stress relief. This is what I need right now. I know a ton of you guys are stressed out too, and I'm hoping that this video is helpful. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm more than happy to chat. You guys have a wonderful day, good week, and I hope you use your afternoon walk for an oasis of stress relief. Have a wonderful day.